Continuing coverage tonight of the latest on the 16 children rescued from what investigators described as horrific conditions inside a Vinton County home. 4 family members, the children's parents and grandparents, are now facing child endangerment charges.
10 TV's Carla Rogner has been following this story since those children were rescued on Tuesday.
Yeah, and she joins us now in studio with a look at the challenges that these children will face as they're recovering from what authorities call pure evil.
Yeah, well, authorities said when they rescued these children, some of them couldn't even speak. Now, we're still learning the extent of what they went through. But today we talked to a child psychologist about the long road these children likely have ahead of them.
In this ordinary-looking house, tucked in between trees and railroad tracks, authorities say the 16 children spent the last 4 years living in a 12 by 12-foot room.
Most of our livestock was kept in better conditions than the children.
Deputies arrested the grandparents, Gary Siders Sr. and Christina Siders, and the parents, Gary Siders Jr. and his wife, Elizabeth Siders.
So thinking about this from the perspective of child psychology, this just sounds awful.
Laura Wagner studies language development in children at Ohio State.
These kids are in sort of an interesting and unique case because there are a lot of them. There were 16. It doesn't appear that they're in a particularly loving home, getting all of the supports that a normal family would give them. And yet they are not all alone. So it's unclear how much support they're giving each other.
The children range in age from 18 months to 18 years old. Authorities said they did not go to school.
So it's not going to be good for any children to be deprived of input and social interactions at that age, period. That said, if you are very, very young, your ability to recover from something like that, to be rehabilitated, if you get supports afterwards, is pretty good. Children, the older you get, the harder that becomes. Children, for example, who've gone through puberty generally find it quite difficult to even learn a second language. The interesting question for these kids is how much language are they getting exposed to?
Wagner says the answer to that question is critical, especially for the older children, like the 18-year-old who authorities said could not spell her own name.
She is likely to be able to learn how to communicate in a variety of ways, but she'll never probably be able to have sort of do what I'm doing right now, which is string together a whole bunch of complete sentences.
Now, Vinton County has started the process of placing the children into foster care. There's a good, pretty certain chance that they'll be split up. The psychologist I talked to said, though, the most important thing right now will be getting them into a supportive setting where they can start to learn and adapt to the real world. Back to you.